So we're making Chairman Mao's red pork, braised red pork, is that right?
Red braised pork.
Red braised pork. What we've got here is some belly pork.
It needs to be slow, cooked long and slow.
Quickly parboil it for a couple of minutes in some boiling water. This is a recipe by Fuchsia Dunlop, by the way, that we got out of the Observer magazine, the London Observer, not the New York Observer. Plop that in there for what?
About 4 minutes. It calls for 500 grams and we've got about 800 grams. Hey, don't scratch my pan with that thing.
I'm not going to scratch your pan.
You just did.
No, I didn't.
Bit bigger. Bit bigger. Yeah, about... no, that's too small, hun.
You must have a fair old bite on you.
Can I do the next bit?
Okay, yeah, you can do the next bit.
You're going to make the sauce. So, you need to put 2 tablespoons of groundnut oil, which is peanut oil, which we actually don't have, but I'm going to use vegetable oil. We've got more pork, so I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of that. 2 tablespoons of sugar, so I'm going to add 3 because we're doing an extra half quantity.
And melt it.
And melt it.
Over a
hot flame. You want this sugar to melt, and then something extraordinary starts to happen. It caramelizes.
That's ready
yeah,
now.
That's really caramelized now. So what I want to quickly do...
In fact, it's starting to get really dark in one little corner here.
I'm add the pork.
Whoa, hey, ho. Hey.
Slice in some shaoxing wine, but we actually don't have it. We've got some dry sherry.
So just coating the pork in that sherry caramel.
Yum, it smells awesome. We add enough water just to cover the pork. Just starting to come back to the boil. Now I need to chop up ginger. You just leave the skin on. 20 grams of ginger to 500 grams of pork.
We've got 30 grams to 800 grams.
1 piece of cinnamon bark or cassia bark.
I wouldn't tend to, if you
had... turn that heat down.
If you had powdered cinnamon, I wouldn't tend to use it.
Well, you might have to, but it really wouldn't be quite the thing, would it? 1 star anise. I'm going to add 1.5.
1.5.
I do love the flavour of these things.
Yeah, you can't leave star anise out and you can't substitute anything for it.
3 of these beautiful
dried chilies.
I love those.
And do what?
And stir it in. Sprinkling.
Of salt.
Sprinkling of salt. That's got to go on a really low heat, 40 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
And now I'm just going to put on some rice.
So, 1 quantity of rice to 1.5 quantities of water. Boil the water, put the rice in, turn it down to the lowest heat possible, and 20 minutes.
The recipe says to turn up the heat towards the end of cooking time to reduce the sauce. We've still got 20 minutes to go before our 50 minutes is up, so we're going to turn it up now to start reducing. I'm going to cook the vegetables, the stir-fried vegetables, in a wok, and the wok burner's on the wrong thing.
Watch out, because that one will be hot.
Oh, you think?
Well...
Look how in the last 10 minutes that started to boil down. Now that's actually still got 10 minutes to go till its 50 minutes is up, so I'm just going to actually lower the heat on that a little bit. Rice back on a low heat for its final 10 minutes. Just some plain stir-fried veggies. Choice some this one or what?
Choice something or other.
A little bit of garlic and ginger.
What's going on with your bangs there?
This is an awful piece of ginger you got us. Look how bruised it is.
Oh, stop your whinging. You can't bruise ginger.
A little bit of chicken stock with a stock cube.
Half a mangled stock cube we found in the cupboard. I think you want to maybe turn that off for a little while.
No, down. Let's give it a bit of a stir.
Come on, crack on.
Yeah, I've got to wait for the wok to heat. A couple of tablespoons of oil.
You don't have to have this with it. You can just have rice with it. But it's nice with some green veg.
It's a very rich, fatty dish. It does need something green and light to offset it. Ginger and garlic. I'm just going to put the stalky bits in to start off with. A little bit of chicken stock to get the stalk steaming. I'm going to cover it with a lid. Back to our pork. Season it with a couple of tablespoons of soy sauce and a little tiny bit of salt. Although
soy sauce and salt.
Yeah,
there's no need for
that. That's what it says. And right before the end, which we've nearly reached, we're going to throw in 3 chopped spring onions, green onions, shallots, inch lengths. My veg is nearly ready. I want to let that chicken stock boil off now. The green onions go into the red braised pork just for maybe 2 minutes. I'm going to put the soft leaves in now. Veg is ready. The red braised pork is ready. And the rice, hopefully, is ready. Did you get that? Did you get that? Look how glistening it is.
I actually, from looking at it, I thought that needs to go longer, needs to cook down more. You know, the fat needs to give away more of its moisture, and it just needs to, it won't be tender enough, it'll be a bit rubbery, but it's not, it is tender.
Is it spicy?
It's not that spicy though, it gets you in the back of the throat. I do think you could cook it a bit longer and reduce it down a bit more and give it a bit more of that really dark,
like treacly,
almost treacly, burnt-y sort of caramelly look to it. The veg is really good, and the chicken stock is brilliant. I mean,
I'm dying to taste it.
If you just, you know, stir fry the veg without chicken stock, then it'd just be a watery, you know.
Oh, it melts.
It does, yeah.
In your mouth.
Surprising.
It's really decadent. I mean, it's lovely, but there's a lot of fat in that.
Old Chairman Mao. There's a bit of a dab hand in the kitchen, evidently. We saw him there in Beijing when we went, hey.
Who's not looking so hot these days, I have to say.
Well, a bit waxy. What was he, 60-40? Was it the other way around?
60% wax, 40% real.
No, 60% right, 40% wrong, the Chinese reckon. His theories and policies were, the pork must have been part of the 60% right.